It's my car boot drives, and I've got good vibes. Today is going to be an absolute cracker. Coming up.
Would you take 20 for that one?
Mind your head. Select suitable gaming t-shirt. Dog lead, shades, admire scenery, walk the dog. Dog suitably worn out. Time for Watermelon Whizzer. Tribes. A social division in a traditional society consisting of families or communities linked by social, economic, religious or blood ties with a common culture and dialect, typically having a recognised leader. Plant sellers. If you have a garden and a library, you have everything you need. Car boot sales can be a great place to pick up some much needed colour for your garden, and at very reasonable prices. There are often dedicated plant sellers who will offer a plethora of interesting and unusual plants for much cheaper than your local garden centre. It's worth getting to know your friendly local seller, and don't forget to ask for a discount if you are buying lots of items. Remember your training and keep up your negotiation skills. You will soon build up a lovely selection of plants that will keep you relaxed whilst you enjoy a small drink in your garden or small indoor seated area. Welcome to the open road. It's already heating up. I've got a good feeling about today. Hey, what's the etiquette here? Remember your training. Positioning is critical. Position yourself midfield.
Which is the...
Here we go.
Okay.
I've got plenty of PlayStation lights, but I do not currently have a Xbox light. £5? Is it worth a bit of a punt?
You can take 4 for that, would you? Yeah? Okay.
I've been here before. Very reasonable games for £1 each. But I'm not currently in need of hundreds of Pro Evolution Soccers, so I will currently leave those for someone else. But very nice chap and very nice condition games. Got a few driving games at the minute, so I will put that back. Everything reduced. Here we go. I don't own any marbles. There might be a good reason for that. But these are £2. I'm feeling in a bit of a cheeky mood. Why don't I go for it? God, if you like the Beatles, you are in for a treat this morning, because this guy has hundreds of the same documentary. These LPs are advertised as new. They are all sealed, but I'm currently feeling my age because I do not recognise any of the artists here. Oh well, maybe someone else will come along and buy these, but these are not for me today. Sorry. Oh, now this is my era. Hard Target on Blu-ray. 4 for £5. Can I desperately find another 3? I think I might be able to crack this. Hot Tub Time Machine, a classic. Oh, and another classic, The A-Team. God, he only wants £2.50 for all the A-Teams on DVD. I know there are Blu-rays, but this is a total bargain. Cheap as anything. Who on earth would want to buy an old cash register, I wonder? Hang on a minute, he's got a load of shotguns as well. Cool. Do you need a license to sell all those? Cool, it's not for me. How unusual. Oh, I got excited here for a minute, but I've been to this bloke's store many times and he just won't come down on Need for Speed for £8. This chap is back with some more interesting Lego, but I don't think I'm going to be making a purchase today as he wants £95 for the NASA rocket and £65 for the Fender Stratocaster. Oh well. More shotguns. God, you're in for a treat today if you like your artillery. Interesting little trinkety bits, and this chap still has his Zelda on 3DS because he refuses to come down. I guess no one wants donuts today. I wonder how many washing machines this chap sells in a day. Enough chit chat, time to hit the open road again. I've got 2 more boot sales to attend. Quickly. I've had a text from my good friend who is after a military rucksack, and as luck would have it, I have now stumbled across a man selling lots of military rucksacks. Let's see if I can do a deal with him.
Would you take 20 for that one?
I don't take 20 for that.
Yeah.
You know, I will, sir.
Okay.
Here we go. 2DS and a Mortal Kombat statue. I'm going to offer him £30 for the 2. And he's accepted. But where can I put them? Ah, I've remembered I have special trousers. Useful little pockets with zips to comfortably hold my newly acquired purchases. Fantastic. Here we go, some Ferris Bueller's Day Off mugs. 2 for £2. I can't help myself. Done. Who on earth would want a load of rusty old chains? Well, my good friend was over the moon with this rucksack. He phoned through his negotiation and I did it on his behalf. He might join me in the future as it has got him interested in car boot sales. This might be something you might like to do to introduce your friends to the wonders of car boot sales. I had some great buys again today and very reasonable items. I don't quite have room for many of these lights yet, but I'm going to store them away for another time when I can get a bigger game room. Thank you for joining me on another adventure, another episode, and another season of Car Boot Tribes. I said it was a big world out there, and there is still much more to discover. If you enjoyed this video, why not check my previous Car Boot Tribe episodes for tips, tricks and strategies, and keep this secret between us. Classic Snipes. 2DS has Mario Kart 7 built into it. Bargain. And no, I don't know what I'm going to do with a load of marbles. I just can't help myself, and that's the fun of car boot sales. The little different things you can find for little money. And I even found a Glowcanther. Bargain for £1. It's my Car Boot Tribes. And I've got good vibes. Feeling lucky.
I've never seen a Clive Barker signature in a book.
Coming up, what's in my mysterious package?
You wouldn't take £2 for it, would you?
Pokemon Ruby's worth a lot of money.
Just realised my trousers are also shorts. Time to lock and load, and ready for the fray. Tribes. Food fans. You must perfect every fundamental of your business if you expect it to perform well. Food fans can provide a much needed stopgap for a mid-morning snack to keep your energy levels up. Remember to select carefully when you choose to embark on obtaining a sneaky egg bap, as you may lose precious bargain hunting time. It is often preferable to purchase your food towards the end of your bargain hunting adventure. You will soon get to know your friendly food sellers, and they may even provide some light chit-chat as they cook you a nice hot sausage, egg or bacon bap. Don't feel too guilty about the calories. You will have undertaken plenty of walking as part of your boot regime. Small bottles of pop, water and coffee are also available. Lovely. Classic Sony PlayStation.
The PlayStation.
It needs a new spindle.
Aye. No crumbs here.
That's why it's £10.
£10.
No good to me. I wouldn't know the first thing of how to replace a spindle. Never mind. A retro men's lifestyle magazine. And here we go. The selection I like to see. Lots of plastic boxes with the prices clearly marked up, and a lovely selection of assorted games. There must be something I can find here that I don't already have. Let's have a bit of a further investigation. No, nothing jumping out at me quite yet. Hang on a minute. There's a Legend of Zelda here for the Nintendo Wii. I can't remember if I've played this one. I was always a massive fan of Zelda on the SNES. I don't think I really explored Zelda in its Wii outing. This might be worth a crack at £3, but I'll have another little look because there is a lovely selection of items here this morning. £2. No random remotes for games consoles. Hang on, there's some horror books here. Used to love Wes Craven in the day. Nightmare on Elm Street was a classic. And some Clive Barker books. Interesting. He only wants £1 each for these.
No. They've been in my mom's kind of like garage loft thing, whatever. Yeah, both of them. Absolutely fine. I know it says to Paul, but
Yeah.
I've never seen a Clive Barker signature in a book. Stephen King, I've seen him. All that.
Yeah.
But
I've done a deal. 3 books and the Zelda, £5. Oh, that's a great idea. They're cooking their own bacon bap at the car boot. Oh, it's a sad sight to see DVDs at 20p. Things have moved on. Quite disconcerting to see large knives for sale at car boots. Let's move on and into the board games. Pandemic. Suitably apt. These are still sealed. 2 for £8. Don't mind if I do. Oh, Nintendo DS. Too loose. Put that back. Wait a minute. There's a GameCube over there. Hang on. There's also a Game Boy Advance. Boxed with games. Pokemon games. I need to investigate.
you know that Pokemon Ruby's worth a lot of money. I said, no.
Is it?
but the son-in-law, he knows the prices and stuff.
Yeah.
And he won't let me go down on it, so. Well, unless you had a bow off.
He's weakening, I can tell. I think this will call for a bit of a negotiation, and he might well take it. And he did. £100 for the two. I used to have that set. I had a lovely time building it once in my flat. Ultimate Wii gaming guide. But it has got a Zelda walkthrough. That could come in handy. How much? He says it's free. Die Hard on Blu-ray? £1.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And what on earth is this? Simon Optics.
You wouldn't take £2 for it, would you?
I'll do 2 if you're interested.
Yeah? Okay.
Visor. Weird. What a curious idea. A lucky dip for £2 of old returned packages. I've never seen anything like this before. How unusual. I'm tempted to have a go at this though. Might be a bit of a laugh. Only £2. Now I selected this because it had a recorded sticker on, so I'm hoping that means it could be of some value. Oh, there's a customs label. It says a toy car. It's quite big though. Sort of reminds me of those old Tonka toys you could get, but it's far too light to be one of those. Oh no, it's a plastic toy vehicle, and a make I have never heard of. Truck. Powerful. Well, it was only £2. A note with the item says he's returned it as it's not as big as the picture shows. Well, that was a bit of excitement for the morning. And that was another Car Boot Tribes. I hope you had fun along the way, and I hope you have enjoyed learning a bit more about the world of car boot sales. It has been a cracking morning again, and lots of retro finds. I was very surprised to... Oh, hang on a minute. This Game Boy Advance has a secret game in it. Spyro. Not a massive fan of Pokemon, but I might trade this and get a bit of credit so I can buy something else. Funny little bag. And Zelda. Crash. Clive Barker. These are incredibly fragile and originally from America. He's right, I've never seen a signed book by Clive Barker, but then I've never really looked. Last House on the left, sadly not signed by Wes Craven. What a lovely chap giving me this book for free, and I will certainly enjoy this at Christmas. Double Pandemic. It's my Car Boot Tribes, and I've got good vibes. Hope it doesn't rain today. Can't muck about, I've got bargains to find. But first, a bit of Mr. Tony Robbins. Feeling great today. Coming up.
12, would you?
If you want that down, all them be 350 quid, mate.
Tribes. Stationary sellers. Take calculated risks and limit your downside. You can often find dedicated sellers of your favourite notepads and plastic folders at car boot sales. Often these sellers will be easy to spot as they will be using large white vans, but other colours are available. They will often have a wide selection of very useful items for you to purchase. Check your local car boots for these sellers, who are often easy to spot behind bright colourful folders stacked high into the air. These sellers will provide far cheaper prices than your local high street, and it's well worth stocking up for your various needs. Rubber bands are also often available. Cheaply. Oh, I need paper. Ooh, some more top trumps. British Army. My good friend may enjoy a pack of these. I wonder how many top trumps I could find at car boots. No, you don't need more mugs. Move along, move along. Hang on a minute. There's a Dreamcast there, and a Sega Saturn, and a pile of games. God, I've never owned a Sega Saturn. I would love to get hold of one of those. God, he wants £100. Oh, that is a bit much for me. He wants 50 for the Dreamcast, and extra for the pads, and extra for the games. Not very helpful. £5 to £10 for the games, depending on what they are. Oh, I know that one's quite a good one. That is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He wants how much? £150 for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Forget that. God, that Saturn is nice though.
140 on eBay.
Hey?
£140 on eBay.
Yeah.
Including the box with it, proper box.
I can see this is going to be a difficult challenge. He's not giving anything away. Let's try a deal for everything.
You would do a deal if I had the Saturn and the Dreamcast, would you?
What are you looking at?
Depends on the games really, because
We do deals, mate. Depends what you want, innit?
would you do £100 for the two with the games?
He's not having any of this. I don't think this is working this morning. I can feel this slipping away.
Them alone, full tier, fetching £50, mate. And there's two controllers there, the power pack. So if I split it up and make more money.
Right. How much for just the Dreamcast and all the games?
£50, mate. Dreamcast and all the games?
Yeah.
300.
300.
Oh, yeah. But one game alone's £154.
Which game is that?
Jojo.
Hey?
Jojo, £154 that is.
He really knows what he's doing.
Which one's that? Yeah, that one.
£154 that is. That, they are complete on lot, it'll be £275, mate.
£275 for the Dreamcast and all the games.
Or £275 for 3.5, wouldn't it? If you want that down, all them be £350, mate.
Okay.
No chance. On your bike. Nice gaming chair there. £45. Not bad, but I'll leave it. This is the first time I've ever seen 4K movies at a car boot, and conveniently they're £4. £4 for 4K. Clever. Rogue Leader. Classic GameCube game, but I've already got it. and Nightfire. Already got it. Others aren't worth bothering with. Interesting selection of games though this chap's got. The odd random sports game for the Mega Drive. The usual plash of Xbox 360 games. Getting harder and harder to find anything decent for that. Oh, you're having a laugh. These caravans are also for sale. Yes, there's 2 of them. Who buys a caravan at a car boot? Not me. Oh, Terminator 2. The massive tin box. VHS. I remember this. I remember saving up for this. This is a classic retro set. Nobody buys VHS anymore, but I can't resist getting this, 'cause it's £1. Well, time to leave this sale. I feel a little bit sad that I did not get my Saturn, but sometimes in the land of car boots you will have to step away from a deal, because it will be too much money. But stay strong and live to fight another day in the fray. And remember to always spend responsibly. But I've got to make tracks. It's on to boot number 2. Let's see if I have more luck. Here we go. A massive stack of X-Files. This is everything. Every single season and every single spin-off episode. All in manageable one place on this person's table. He wants £15 for the lot. I wouldn't normally buy DVDs, but I'm feeling fruity and I want to give it a go.
You would do 12, would you?
No, they're worth 15. They're worth more than that, really. 12 quid then, go on.
12.
Deal. I'll take this Lego book for £1 too. Well, there we have it. Car Boot Mojo successfully restored with a massive pile of X-Files DVDs. My good friend used to have all these and he watched every single episode. 3 of these sets are still sealed. I have no idea what Passion Dale is, but it came with the X-Files. Bargain. £12 for everything. And ironically, I picked up a bag of fuel, which I'm currently enjoying, for £5. This shows you how to build interesting things in Lego. Top trumps, I've started my mission. And what a nostalgia treat for me today. The Terminator 2 video box set in absolute perfect condition. The outer tin is a bit beaten up, but that kind of adds to it. I don't think these videos have ever been watched, and I doubt they ever will, because who on earth watches videos these days? I wonder if videos will ever come back into fashion. Thank you for watching Car Boot Tribes. I wish you luck on your car booting adventure. See you another time. It's my Car Boot Tribes, and I've got good vibes. I feel the need for bargains. Coming up.
You take your pictures of more stuff, mate.
And what's in this mysterious package?
You wouldn't do 2 for 25, would you?
Time to load up, get to the garden, quick drink, bit of inspiration. Tribes. Food sellers. Mountains and oceans do not furnish any impassable barrier to the extension of trade. There are often plenty of food sellers at the car boots, which give you the chance to purchase some very reasonable items for very little money. Do be careful when purchasing food, as often the sell-by or use-by dates can be very close to expiration date. A quick scour of the assortment of items for sale can be extremely beneficial to you, particularly if you are hosting an upcoming barbecue or party which requires a large assortment of light snacks. Sellers will often deal with you if you buy in bulk. Oh, I quite fancy a fruity malt loaf.
You take your pictures of my stuff, mate.
Hang on, I've been rumbled. But don't worry, I explained everything to the seller, and he was absolutely fine. He might even watch an episode. Wonder who he thought I was. Welcome to the new door and a new car boot field. I've got a good feeling about this. Let's get it on. Some generic pads, not really in the market for those. Simpson Scrabble, interesting. And what have we here? Ooh, some Mega Drive games and some PlayStation. Rayman 2, not too bad priced, but not really a huge fan of Rayman. So I think I'll leave that. Menacer cartridge, no good to anyone unless you've got the gun.
25.
How much is that one?
And it's all in there. Don't.
Oh.
When I opened it the right way.
Alright.
So I packed them all back in properly. All instructions, everything are in there. That's a tenner for that.
How much is that?
35.
I do like Lego pirate ships. I believe this is a Ninjago pirate ship. I'm probably after the more classic pirate ships if I was going to buy one. But seems quite reasonable and a lot of pieces. Tempted to go for an offer here though.
Wouldn't do those two any cheaper, would you?
I'll do 30 for the two.
30 for the two.
Yeah.
Yes! Always after the odd sign for the garden. Always seem to be quite reasonable at car boots too. Here we go, a couple of massive boxes of Lego, but unnervingly the gentleman has decided to start what seems to be a massive murder weapon. So I better stay a little bit away because it's very loud and it looks very dangerous.
How much is there, Lego?
30 quid for the lot.
30.
There's a lot of figures in there though, mate. That's why I'm asking that much.
There's there?
Yeah, there's loads in there, mate.
Loads of minifigures, allegedly. This is where I'm going to have to be very quick. Remember your training. Get scanning, get digging, so you can do an efficient and quick assessment of what is on offer. And I do still have this sign in my hand.
Wouldn't do it any less, would you?
What's your best? That's a lot though, that is, mate, for that. And then you got another bag full in there.
What about 25 and throw the sign in?
For all of it?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Yeah?
I assure you, it's nowhere near Christmas yet.
How much are the games?
3 quid that one, mate.
3 quid.
3 quid's not bad. Let's see what other wee curiosities he has.
Is that?
That and the nunchuck fiver. Take the whole lot for a tenner.
All of that?
Everything that's Wii, yeah.
Do I want another Wii Fit board?
Missing the disc.
I hate people.
Who would steal We Play?
You would take 250 for that one.
Yeah,
wouldn't
go on, mate.
you? Yeah. How much is that?
Pounds, sweetheart.
Sure, I had a magic robot game once. Ah, some vinyl. Some artists I've actually heard of this time. I wonder how much he wants for these. Some are still sealed. £15 each. That's not too bad, seeing as most high street stores will charge you about £25 to £30 each. Oh, there's a Nirvana Nevermind here. Oh, it's original. 1991. He's got £20 on here, but he assures me that everything is £15. Can I find something else to maybe do a bit of a deal? Oh, I do like the Foo Fighters. After Colour and the Shape, really. One of my favourites.
You wouldn't do 2 for 25, would you?
Well, I've gone for it, and now I must wait. And wait patiently, because time can be a very powerful weapon.
How about 3 for 40?
Oh, and he's come back with a belter of a deal. 3 for 40. This is gonna take some further thinking. I don't know if I want 3 vinyls. I'm really after these 2. I'm going to represent them, not look too eager, and use time again.
27. 27.
That'll do. 2 for 27. Oh, I like that Evil Dead t-shirt. No, it's small. Not for me. Hang on, another lucky dip. This time it's £1. I tried this a number of weeks ago. People's undelivered mail. A curious idea, but it was a lot of fun. I think I'll have another go at this for £1. This package feels a bit like Lego. Let's do it. And what do we have? Oh, some popsicle mould sets. 2 of them. Well, could I use these? I don't know. Only £1, I suppose, but it's the fun of the game. Could be tempted to use these in very hot weather. This worked perfect. No pops or crackles. Well, it's that time again, and I would like to thank you again for watching Car Boot Tribes. I do already have this set boxed, so it's kind of taken the fun out of it buying it built. And these were still sealed. Lovely. Can't go wrong with a bit of Star Wars Lego. And this, he was right. I've so far counted 24 minifigures, plus a whole lovely assortment of oddities, loose Lego, city Lego, police Lego, and even a funny little Batman copter. Well worth the money. These sets look very old. And what's in the bag? Let's have a look. A plash load of old loose Lego. And an Othello game. Never gonna play this. It's my Car Boot Tribes. And I've got good vibes. Car Going
No.
up.
They are.
Yeah.
Oh, I will sell those for like £20 each on eBay.
The Miss Pac-Man. There's one on eBay at the moment, $38.99.
Quick 5-minute blast of one of the greatest games ever made. To calm myself and mentally prepare for today's bargain hunting adventure. Tribes. Electrical Cellars. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. You can often find many useful electrical items at a car boot sale for much cheaper than your local high street. There are often regular reputable sellers of items which will help give you the satisfaction of knowing the items you buy will be fully working. You might find a nice kettle or portable music device, or just some very useful leads. Do be cautious when purchasing random electrical items, as some items simply may not work, so there is an added element of risk. But without risk, there is often no reward.
How much are the PlayStation games?
These are a £5 each.
£5 each isn't bad. Let's see what we've got here. Medieval. Doom, I'm not sure if I've got Doom, I can't remember. Medal of Honor, no, not interested in that. Hogs of War, oh, and another Oddworld. Oddworlds are a bit of a classic series of games. I remember these. These were very enjoyable. I don't actually have these, and I've heard good things about Medieval. Let's see if they will do them any cheaper.
You wouldn't do them any cheaper if I had 4, would you?
No. The
No.
retro they are.
Yeah.
Oh, I will sell those for like £20 each on eBay.
Not even 18 for the 4?
No, sorry. I wouldn't. I know them. These are the retro ones from
Yeah.
1966.
Old, but not that old.
Some more here.
Yeah. No, yeah, I've had a look at them all. Yeah, it's just these, thank you. You should do
Have you
what?
got a PlayStation 1?
Yeah.
Ah, she meant 1996. That makes more sense. Quite a stack of Xbox One games. I do currently own an Xbox One.
This is the Forza.
Forza, £5,
And how much is that?
£3. Got 2 for £7. Buy 2, knock £1 off.
This is what we want, someone who will actively engage and do you a deal before you've even asked. Buy 2, knock £1 off. This could be very encouraging. Let's see if there's anything else I might like to purchase. I do like Killer Instinct. Well, I certainly did in the SNES days.
How much are the PlayStation games?
Couple of quid each.
And how much are the Switch games? They're all different.
No, mostly like 15 each, something like that.
Okay.
That one, 15.
Yeah.
Do that one for a tenner. Do that one for a tenner. Them ones are 15, them ones are 10.
Okay.
Everything's fairly reasonable here, and you can tell that this chap is very happy to do any deals with you. He's already said I can have £1 off for 2 of the games. It's still a little challenging having to ask the price of every game though, but my constant faffing has meant he's knocked a further £1 off.
£6 for the 2?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Done. Ah, a suitable display device for a cookbook. I have actually been after one of these. This should help reduce cookbook grubbiness. Warhammer. Some of my good friends are really into this. I've never really got into it though. I've not really tried, but I'm just not sure it's my thing. And some Judge Dredd graphic novels. He only wants £5 a book. They look very comprehensive and very enjoyable if you're into Judge Dredd. But he's not willing to do them any cheaper. But not really my thing, but lovely condition. Lovely. Ooh, Ghost Castle. Not the original release, but I do remember this. This was awesome back in the day. Years and years vinyl? No. Ooh, what's this? Huge Darth Vader. Oh, and a massive silver skull. How unusual. God. Ooh, I'll have a bit of Stargate, thank you very much, for £1. And yeah, this is the perfect idea for a day like today. I've seen it all now. What kind of a chair is this? £200? No. Ah, we're into familiar Star Wars Lego territory now. I've not got this one. I do have a lot of Lego. I don't keep all of it displayed at any one time because I just simply do not have the room. But I will sometimes build Lego for my enjoyment, display it for a number of years, and then maybe sell it to purchase newer Lego sets, or sometimes to trade with a few of my friends.
That and that for
25?
25,
Yeah.
2 for 25. Deal. McDonald's toys. These are given away with Happy Meals, and there is quite a secondary market for collectors. Interesting Star Wars canvas. £5. Do I have any room?
You wouldn't take £4 for it, would you?
So, 4?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah?
I'll make room, probably. Looks expensive sitting on red cloth.
That's just the Atari.
It's 80, mate, complete.
80.
Yeah. And believe me, for the price of the games, you get your money back on just the games. Dead simple one. Google Miss Pac-Man. There's one on eBay at the moment, $38.99. Just one game.
Now I have been after a garden cushion, and this gentleman deals especially with garden furniture. Let's see what he's got.
The cushions and they don't fit, you bring them back.
Is it just that one that's 10?
Yeah, it's got a. I am 15, look, but it's got dusty out the back, tenner. That fits. Them obviously, with a leg on.
Yeah.
It's normally 20 quid in the stores if you can find them.
You wouldn't do the 2 for 20, would you?
No, that's.
No?
They do harm in me. I sell them 20 quid sometimes. Yeah, they am. Look.
Bit of light soiling, tenner. Bargain. Do have a PS Classic, but I am greedy and always after additional games.
You wouldn't do the 3 of those for 15, would you?
I couldn't.
No? Not any reduction?
On eBay we sell them for 15 quid each.
I do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of games on these sticks, because of course, that's just what I'm short of. Successful elimination of soiling. I might have to have a bit of a move around for my canvases now. Will enjoy placing favourite cookbook here and maximise optimum reading height. Think this is missing a small metal ball. Might have to source one of those cheap. Well, thank you again for watching Car Boot Tribes, and thank you for remaining to keep this a secret. The land of the car boot sale remains an undiscovered, untapped resource. You never know what you might find. It's worth getting up in the morning. It really is. It remains a big world out there. You never know what you might find. Yes, I have got a hacked PS Classic, but these give me even more games. But also a multi-tap for 4-player multiplayer madness. And luckily this time round, no fallen comrades. I maintained all the figures in a comfortable area so they did not get lost on the way to the car. Remember people, always use bags without holes for efficient Lego Man transportation. It's my car boot tribes, and I've got good vibes. Let the magic happen. Coming up, I see the stars aligning.
You can do these two together any cheaper? You can take 4 for that, would you?
Finish cuppa, check themed t-shirt, and I'm going bright and full orange. Tribes, household sellers. If everybody is doing it one way, there's a good chance you can find your niche by going exactly in the opposite direction. You can often find many useful household items at car boot sales, including a scrubbing pad, a bit of Jif, even a bar of soap. It's surprising how cheap you can find these items, and it is often worth having a look. Oh, I do need some foil. And often you can find massive catering versions of your favourite household products. I bought some catering foil once and it lasted me absolutely months. Brilliant. This looks promising. PlayStations. Oh, hang on. Not just PlayStations. The usual Wii. But here we go. Another boxed Wii. What's this bag? Nintendo 64 themed bag. This could be what I'm after.
This is the Wii?
15.
15?
Yeah.
And how much is the... How much is that bag?
Best I'll do on that's 5 because I've got quite a few on eBay watching it.
He's got quite a few on eBay watching it. Well, why is it here then? Curious.
Is it all in there?
It's all in there, control pad and everything, yeah. We've got the loose ones of a tenner. I've got 2 of the loose ones.
Does it just come with one? Yeah.
Yeah, just one of everything.
And how much are these ones?
Just a couple of pound, these ones. They're not the best those, to be honest. They're more like spares, really. Like this one, there's a better pad, obviously, that's with that. So.
And how much is that then?
10.
10.
With the setup.
You can do these two together any cheaper?
No, I don't need to.
So £20?
Yeah.
I could be due a military upgrade on my bag here. How much does he want? He's got quite a few and he wants £5 each.
You can take 4 for that, would you? Yeah? Okay.
Interesting selection of posters here. I am a fan of the old It movie, but not the new one. Here we go though. I can't beat a bit of Seagal for a nice afternoon's viewing. And there's a few Van Dammes here. What an opportunity for some cheesy retro action.
How much are the DVDs?
They're 30p each or 4 for £1, I think you said.
Oh, 4 for £1, right, okay.
But can I find a 4th? Yes I can, with a bit of Predator too. One of Danny Glover's finest. I was only thinking the other week that I desperately needed a parasol for the garden.
£25. That blue one's 30.
Had to buy that, a total bargain, but now I've been utterly compromised, carrying a parasol and a heavy bag. I need to get these back to the car, pronto. And I was right, only one left. A large selection of original Sony PlayStation games. Unfortunately, all of these are completely terrible. Old football games. Remember when videos were cool? What's this? Is this a light? This looks pretty put together randomly. I haven't got any room for this kind of thing, but how unusual. You do find some very strange oddities at car boot sales. A massive Hulk man. He used to scare the bejesus out of me as a young child. Had terrible nightmares. I used to get annuals every single Christmas and birthdays. Here we go. I think I'm on for a bit of a box set upgrade. I previously have bought these, but not in a slimline case like these. The Sign Man. I've been eyeing up this chap's signage for many weeks, and I think it's about time that I did a deal with him. £2 each, 3 for a £5. Wonder how Cluedo SFX works. What are these curious gentlemen? No, not interested. No romantic novels for me. No, and a quick Blu-ray scan. Is there anything I fancy? No. Why do I buy so many consoles? I'll tell you why. I think that these are the collectibles of the future. You mark my words, I think these will increase in value over time. So I do like to pick up multiple consoles and store them in my loft to age sensibly. Official Nintendo 64 hold-all bag with compartments for little cartridges. Well, I broke my cherry with the Sign Man and got 3 signs for £5. Not much of a film fan because they had glued this sign the wrong way round, but I soon corrected it with a bit of super glue. This might be a bit too intimidating in my garden, but we'll give it a go. And I must take this opportunity to thank you again for watching Car Boot Tribes. It's been another interesting adventure, and I'm going to have lots of fun with my retro action afternoon with a bit of cigar in classic Nico. Incredible that DVDs are now 25p. Daring to try a bit of black roast this week. And an unusual collection of old Lego. These might do well for a friend's son. So I picked this up in anticipation that he will pay me the £4 that I picked this up for, and still with the Woolworths price tag on it. And let's have a look at this. The Parasol. An absolute bargain. He said it was £120 new, and I simply had to upgrade my 18 box sets. Much better. Yeah, I'm happy with those. Not too sure about that one. Batman in the barbecue zone. And what's this? Mario Kart was still in the Wii. Bargain. It's my Car Boot Tribes. And I've got good vibes. Don't need to buy any eggs. Coming up.
You would do a deal for 3, would you?
Yeah, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of good stuff. Yeah. You wouldn't do it any cheaper.
Time to try on my Infinite Warfare bag. And I'm going full Marty McFly. Tool sellers. We should all strive to improve on the status quo. None of us should ever be satisfied with what they have achieved, but should always endeavour to get better. You can often find many useful tools at car boots, and particular nuts and bolts that you may need for your DIY projects. It is worth looking. Welcome to the entrance of the battle zone. Are you ready? Be prepared. And let's do this. Ooh, a rally car. Didn't ask the price. Probably more than £12.50. More signs. I've had my fill of signs lately, but always worth keeping a check. PlayStation wheel. My friend once spent all night obsessing on Gran Turismo with a PlayStation wheel, and he stayed up till about 4 in the morning to beat the ultimate track that Jeremy Clarkson had also played. He couldn't remember if he'd beaten the time. God, that's a massive pile of Lego minifigures. Bucket loads of them. I don't know where to begin. Oh, now you're talking. Bit of gaming. Oh, I think I've visited these people before. Oh, some Game Boy games. Some Game Boy games boxed. You don't often see Game Boy games boxed at car boot sales. This may need some further investigation, for sure. Simpsons. Oh, I don't think I've ever played this one before. Caesar's Palace. Supposed to be a bit of a terrible game, but, you know. Let's see if this person can do a bit of a deal.
You would do a deal for 3, would you?
Yeah, what are you thinking?
Would you do 20 for the 3?
25 I'd do.
25.
The deal gets better the more you buy.
Yeah, is there anything else? How much are the loose ones?
Like, pound up really. Depends on the game again. Have a rummage, see what you come up with.
This needs further investigation. There's lots of interesting cartridges here. There's a Mario Land.
I'll keep looking, but if you can hold them for now, and if you do a deal.
Yeah, no problem.
What on earth is that? I've never seen that Bomberman game before. This chap is very friendly and very easy to speak to. I think I might buy some further items off him. He knows what he's talking about, but he's already said whatever I pick, he's willing to do a bit of a deal if I buy more. God, you don't often see such a wide variety of games at a car boot sale, and such variety of different systems. I'm going to spend my time very carefully looking at these games, because this is not an opportunity to miss. Lots of generic Game Gear games here. I did have a Game Gear, but like the Atari Lynx, it was terrible for its battery life. Yes, it was colour, but the Game Boy always trounced everything for its battery life and its ultimate playability. Hang on, he says he's got a secret supply of much better games back in the van. I'll deal for these and then explore further.
So how much would you do all those for?
Including this?
No, not
leaning
that.
on that.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Let's have a look here. £50.
You can do 40?
I'll split it with you, mate. £45.
45?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my good god, this is the absolute jackpot. I've never seen so many games out in the wild other than specialist game shops, but to find all these games at a car boot is absolutely incredible. It's just nice to go through all these games. He assures me he has a card reader, which is massively dangerous. There is so much here. I've never seen so many Zelda games in one place, and not at a car boot. Wow. This is just amazing to touch and feel the actual games, the physical games, like it was back in the day. Incredible. This is great to have a little rummage in a massive van full of Game Boy games. Wow. Good prices, reasonable prices. I'm not sure I can afford any more today, but wow, it's just amazing to feel these items. I might do a deal. I'm quite interested in these Zeldas, but they've got quite high prices. 95 quid for the Zelda. Wow. What else is here? Game Boy Color Zelda. God. I did used to own this a long time ago. Wow.
How much would that be?
I could knock 30 off it.
65, okay.
Yeah. Reasonable
And
discount.
how much was that?
I think I had 100 on it.
Yeah.
65 on that.
Yeah.
And I could do 75 on that one.
Okay.
If you wanted both, I could do a little bit better, I guess.
Yeah.
It'd be 140 asking. I could do both for 130.
Okay, 130. That one didn't have a game in it. I didn't know if that was intentional. Yeah.
I'm sure I must have swiped it. Sorry, ma'am.
Unless you can.
I don't think I've got a spare cartridge for that one either.
I mean, I'd still keep.
Just do a refund. That's fine.
I'd still keep the box if there's anything that you could maybe. Is there anything cheaper that you could throw in instead?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Because I can try and find the cartridge on eBay. Or
Have a little. If there's any game there that you want.
I realised I was missing the Looney Tunes Foul Play cartridge, but the gentleman was so nice, he said I could pick another cartridge from his selection. Now that is car boot etiquette, and a total gentleman. Not sure I'm going to get much hydration out of these guys. And there's also a rusty bus. What's this? A Sega Saturn controller for your phone. What a curious idea. Now you're talking. Quite possibly the best Star Trek series ever made, and the best season ever made. Season 7. And it's still sealed. 3 quid, I'm in. Little Smurfs. I used to have loads of these as a child. Wow. There's a McDonald's one from what I can gather. But it's £2 for the 4, so why not? Snooker cues. I am a massive fan of snooker and pool, and I do have my own cue. These are very reasonable, but not for me now. Let's check up on my regular Lego man. He doesn't fail to produce new sets, but I'm not currently interested in what he's got to offer. We've got some top trumps here.
50p. 50p. Okay, I'll do that.
Records are making a comeback. Oh, Hendrix. PlayStation water bottle.
Couldn't do it any cheaper?
No, mate.
No?
No, they're £15 on the internet. If you Google it and have a look, they're the real things, they're not.
You wouldn't do that light any cheaper if I had that?
I make £2 on it.
I do?
That's what I make on them, £2 on it. Make £1 on them. There's USB as well, yeah, the leads are in there.
Yeah.
Everything's in the box.
Go on then. Deal. Oh, some more top trumps.
How much are the top trumps?
£1 each.
£1 each.
Oh, the essential companion to the Atari flashback. Might be worth a bit of a go for 50p. And what on earth are those?
Oh, well, those are £1.50. Those are £4, those ones. Batman's at £2.50. They're £2. What are those? Those are £1. Those are £1.50.
Yeah.
They're all £1 as well, those ones are there.
Very interesting to be shown those packets of cards, but a little bit too much for me, so I'm not going to purchase any of these today. What's this? Oh, Full Metal Jacket soundtrack on vinyl. No. What else is there? Lots and lots of DVDs. Elvis, not my thing at all. Hang on a minute, this is my thing though. I've spotted a Raiders of the Lost Ark poster in a frame. How much do they want for this? £2. With a copy of Harrison Ford's signature. Interesting. I bought my friend one of these rucksacks not too long ago, and it gave me the idea that this would be cracking for car boot warfare, as it holds an unbelievable amount of goodies. These were incredibly deep when I investigated these for my good friend. He only wants £7 for this one.
You wouldn't take £6 for it, would you?
Sorry?
Would you take £6?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, that was a real turn up for the books. It's a lot smaller than my friend's bag, but it is still massive in size compared to any of my rucksacks. This will do well. Well, I must thank you again for watching Car Boot Tribes. It has been quite a mix of goodies today, and the absolute motherload with all of these computer games. An absolute retro feast. I was debating whether to buy those Zeldas, but do remember to always spend responsibly and only spend what you can afford. It can be very easy for bargain hunting to get the better of you, and for you to want to purchase everything in sight. I certainly felt like that today, but I was still pleased with what I picked up, and some real classic games from a long gone era. Zombies, absolute classic. I'm not overly familiar with the 2600 games catalogue, so this will help me gen up. And for 50p you cannot go wrong. Funny little chaps. Maybe I'll put these in the garden. And what on earth is this? Bomberman crossed with baseball. And no, that of course is not Harrison Ford's real signature. Water bottle retro upgrade. Cracking. How is this going to work? And another light. I've got so many lights now, but I can't resist, they're so cheap. One set was missing a lot of cards, so I will be able to make a perfect set. And this one was fully complete. It's my car boot tribes. And I've got good vibes. Why is there always someone selling a chainsaw? Coming up.
You wouldn't do those any cheaper, would you? You wouldn't take any less?
What are you offering?
The time has come for military precision, for Operation Boot. Let's get it done. But first, a mesmerising melon. Ooh, tribes. CD sellers. If someone offers you an amazing opportunity, but you are not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. You can often find digital optical discs at car boot sales. I believe they're making a bit of a revival. You will find a plentiful supply of your favourite artists at very cheap prices. They came out in 1982, you know. They say it's going to rain today, but I believe they are very wrong indeed. This looks like it's going to be an absolute cracking morning, and I'm ready to do battle. I've also discovered that videos are making a bit of a comeback.
Which are these? Pound.
Might explore this media with a bit of a keen interest.
Which are the games?
They're £5 each, you can have the 2 for £8. They are complete.
That's not bad. The seller has already given me a pre-built deal. I think I might take this. Have a quick check. Let's get it done.
20p.
I think we might be on the cusp of videos still being absolutely cheap as anything. 20 pence for some random horror movies. They look in good condition too. What else is here? El Dorado. I don't think so. Not even for 20p. You can keep that. But obscure Italian horror? Yes.
Which is the vacuum?
It's 40 quid, it's brand new. You could open it and have a look, it is brand new.
And how much are the DVDs?
I think they're £2 a set.
£2 a set.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what you said.
Might come back to that vacuum, but I have spotted some 3D Blu-rays. And one of them still sealed. Although do I wish to see The Hobbit in its extended form? The film went on for about 2 days as it was. God, they are cheap though at £2 a pop. I wonder if he'll do a cheeky deal.
You wouldn't do them any cheaper if I had 5 of them, would you?
Well no, because I've knocked them down now.
Have you?
Yeah.
But this robot vacuum has piqued my interest.
You wouldn't take any less?
What are you offering?
35?
Can you not pay the 40?
I must wait. Be calm.
It is charged. Look.
Continue to be calm and wait.
5.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Oh, a miniature fire pit.
15 fire pit.
15.
Yes.
Seems reasonable at £15. I do already have a fire pit, but I don't have a miniaturised version. And this is brand spanking new. Let's have a think where this would go in the garden. I think you can put this on a table. That's just asking for trouble, isn't it?
You wouldn't take any less, would you?
How much less?
12.
13.
13.
Not your way, not my way.
Some more Star Wars Lego. This chap's always got some Lego. Every week he's got different sets. He's a very pleasant chap to speak to though, and he even showed me some of his private collection. He's like me, he rotates a lot of his Lego sets when he gets bored. And he's always very, very happy to deal. Building up a friendly rapport with regular sellers will benefit you in the future.
You can do the two any cheaper if I had them both.
Also, 20 quid for the two.
I still can't get my head around these Funko Pops. And this chap's got massive versions of them. Massive plastic-headed people. I'm not interested.
DS?
How much did you want the DS, Josh?
Got 40 on that.
£40, too much. No one's gonna buy that today. Here we go. Some more videos. I used to work in a video shop in my youth and it was great fun. I used to get free rentals every single day. These do take me back.
You wouldn't do those any cheaper, would you?
Look, mate, I've put 50p on everything just because, you know, 50p's a pretty good price.
Okay.
It's a fair price, but it's always worth a crack. My video player is currently in my loft though, in a very precarious position. Have to sort that out later. Well, I wasn't really expecting to buy a robot vacuum, but I've never had one, so I thought I'd give it a go for £35. What on earth have I let myself in for? Cracking condition though. And the usual plash of Xbox One games. A cheeky deal which included a pad. Not an official pad though, but I don't mind for £12. Some more Lego with some Ewok minifigures. Charming little chaps. I might have to have a quick inventory now of some of my latest Lego purchases. I've accumulated quite a lot from the same chap, but he keeps doing me such fantastic deals. And as I've said, it's worth building a rapport with regular sellers. They will recognise you and often do you special deals. This looks a bit of fun. And I'm going to take this opportunity to thank you for watching Car Boot Tribes. It has been another interesting adventure and quite a varied selection of unusual items, practical items, and a lot of old media which I'm going to get stuck into if I can find my VHS player. Quite a bit of horror today. There are apparently lots of bespoke VHS video rental shops cropping up all over the UK. I didn't believe it myself, but I've seen a few videos online and I've been onto the internet and seen it for myself. I'm very tempted to visit one of these shops. They do look interesting and a real nostalgia hit. These videos must have been ex-rental ones. You can tell because they're often in much larger boxes. A lot of people collect X-Rental videos because of the artwork on them. I've never seen Blood Tracks or Eaten Alive, but I'm sure I will have a very enjoyable adventure. They look a bit graphic though. Did you know JVC released the first VHS machines in Japan in late 1976? I did not know that until I had a look, and that makes me feel very, very old. What am I going to do with a mini fire pit? I am certainly not going to put it on a table. That will be a disaster waiting to happen. I checked similar fire pits and I got myself a bargain. This has to be the scariest vacuum cleaner I have ever seen in my life. I'm not quite sure I like the looks of this. It reminds me of a large beetle, and I hate big insects, especially spiders. It's my car boot tribes, and I've got good vibes. Hurry! I need a car boot specialist. Coming up.
All for a tenner. Would you take any less for your Wii U?
Time to relax a little before I prepare for the battlefield. But first, a classic concoction. Beautiful. Tribes. Game sellers. I think that inside every adult is the heart of a child. We just gradually convince ourselves that we have to act more like adults. You will often find a great selection of games at car boot sales. You will not be disappointed if you are wishing to seek a latest copy of FIFA or Call of Duty. There are many, many iterations of these games. FIFA International Soccer, FIFA 95, FIFA 96, FIFA 97, FIFA Road to World Cup 98. I mean, I could go on. Well, today is looking very dismal. I think the heavens are going to open imminently. No time for mucking about. Let's do this. The massive PlayStation 2. And what have we here? DVDs? But wait a minute. There's The Wire. I am about 20 years too late for this series, but many, many of my friends have recommended this classic series. But the next question is, are all of the seasons here? Now, how many seasons are there? I think there are 5, but I can only see 3 here. But wait a minute, there's another massive bag of DVDs. Surely it's worth a rummage in here. I am currently competing with an elderly gentleman though, who is also after some DVDs. I hope he is not also after The Wire, but there is The Sopranos there as well. Maybe he's more of a soprano man. Here we go, I've managed to find all 5. And into some Xbox One games. Quick check if they're all there. Yes, present and complete. Let's see how much he wants for these. £3 each.
£10 for the 4, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You wouldn't take any less for that one, would you?
It's a £60-70 item all day long, mate, on eBay.
Right.
I think a tenner's well worth it, don't you?
You don't know what capacity it's got, do you?
You mean storage-wise?
Yeah,
I think they're 64.
64.
Yeah. But I can't be 100%. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It wasn't mine. It was my dad's, and
How
I just factory reset it and
okay.
cleaned it up. But I don't have to charge you for it, unfortunately.
I'll give it a go for a tenner.
Yeah.
God, there's an awful lot of Wii games here, and Blu-rays. I think I've got Blu-ray blindness though. I can't make out any of these titles because I simply have seen hundreds. But what have we here? An absolute hidden gem, Overboard, for the Sony PlayStation 1. Little pirate ships for multiplayer action. This is a great find for £4, but will he do it cheaper? The box isn't in great condition, but you can often source empty boxes off popular retail sites, beginning with E.
So that was £3.
£4.
Would you do it for 3?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Always wanted a snooker table in my house, but I don't even have the room for this miniaturized version. Shame. And here comes the rain. Everyone is starting to pack up. I need to work very, very quickly now. This could be a critical time to get additional bargains though. So I am going to pick up my pace and do some scanning. Oh, and here we go.
How much are the games?
£5.
You can take 4 for that one, would you? Yeah?
I'm all for a tenner.
All for a tenner. Okay.
What's this? Oh, fairly confident the original vinyl won't be in here, but I need a
You
frame.
can take £3 for that, would you? Yeah? Would you take any less for your Wii U?
I'll do 75 on it.
75, yeah. I presume it's got everything in there and all the
you can
bits.
open and check it if you want.
£75 doesn't seem too bad for a Nintendo Wii U, but this will take pretty much every single penny I've got, so I must be very careful in my next steps. I wonder how much his Wii U games are.
How much are the Wii U games? How much are the Wii U games?
5 each.
5 each.
£5 each isn't bad, but I'm going to leave it. Upon closer inspection, it had all the wrong leads and cables. Well, considering it was a fairly dismal day, I think I've managed to do fairly well. Now, I've got the complete seasons of The Wire, so I'm going to sit down in the future and enjoy those. An absolute hidden gem, Overboard. Cannot wait to play that with a few of my friends. And topped myself up with some Forzas. And a Modern Warfare Remastered. Classics. I think I've already got this one though. I'm going to have to trade that one. I couldn't resist the bargain though, and even got myself a cheeky t-shirt for £1. And I was really just after the record frame for this. And yes, upon closer inspection, of course the actual record wasn't in there. That would have been some good fortune. But no matter, I will swap this out with one of my existing vinyls. Not sure if I'm going to enjoy the Just Cause games or Far Cry, but I can't resist a 4 for a tenner option. But I do like Halo. Thank you for watching Car Boot Tribes, and remember, it may be a dismal day, but this can often be used to your advantage. Well, this was only 8 gigs in the end, but still good and works. And yes, I swapped it out. Perfect. This looks much more impressive. Have to find some wall space for that. Goodbye, FIFA 99, FIFA 2000, FIFA 2001, FIFA Football 2002, FIFA Football 2003. It's my car boot drives. And I've got good vibes. I like eggs. Pure food. Gets me in the mood. Coming up.
What was that, 15?
15.
And
Well, I was going to say 20, but 15.
you wouldn't do those 8 any cheaper, would you?
Sealed.
Start the morning fresh, clean and themed. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Ooh, Final Fantasy VII. Classic. Tribes. Vinyl sellers. Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. Vinyl is making a bit of a comeback. Take time to ponder over these large flat discs, as you may find an enjoyable classic at a bargain price to enjoy later. Time to frequent my Lego gentleman friend again. And what does he have this morning? Oh, a TIE fighter. And what's that in the background? I spot a bit of Harry Potter. The magical purple bus.
What was that, 15?
15.
And
Well, I was going to say 20, but 15.
the 2 for 30?
Yeah. I'll throw the Lone Ranger in for free. Nobody wants it for the figures. Only a
If you
couple
do, if you throw them in as well, yeah.
Yeah. Just the figures.
30.
Yeah.
Okay. 50p.
And on my ongoing quest for VHS video. And what's this? Top Gun? This is what I call a target cheap environment. What else is there? I'll definitely be having Top Gun away. Fantastic. I most certainly feel the need for 50p. Just a walk in the park. Really must get my video player down from the loft.
Cheers.
Cheers, pal.
Thank you.
Yes, I am trying to cut down on my DVDs, but I can't resist when things are so cheap, and particularly when there's Nirvana DVDs.
How much are the DVDs?
£1.
And there is an absolute stack of Star Wars DVDs. I have many iterations of the Star Wars trilogy thanks to Mr. George Lucas, but I do know my friend is also after some versions of Star Wars, but I can't remember which ones he needs. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to stack as many Star Wars films as I can today and use this to my advantage to get hopefully a bit of a deal. I am still after the originals, and you can get these on a limited edition 2-disc set which came out many years ago, but you don't often see those.
You wouldn't do those 8 any cheaper, would you?
6.
6?
Yeah, I'll do it for 6.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Walking Dead Issue 1. This'll make a nice gift. And some more Star Wars.
Thanks.
Sealed.
Oh, a load of Blu-rays, all sealed. Generic titles, but do I want a load of sealed Blu-rays? Possibly.
25.
Nintendo DS Lite with an R4 card in the back, often a good sign, as can mean someone has hacked it to run additional games.
Take 8 for that, would you?
Oh, go on.
Yeah?
Knew someone who liked Laurel and Hardy.
Take them all for quid.
Not even sure I want any of these videos, but a quid, why not? Desperately compromised, so it's time to do a cheeky bag swap. I have one ready, already empty.
That's his cover.
£10. 20 new.
Not bad for £10, but I'm currently not in a bench covering mood. But I do need some oil for my car. But typically I can't see anything here. But 2 sealed VHS videotapes for £1? Yes. Bit of a mixed bag of curiosities here. Empty chests and some 70s hi-fi equipment. You can get a surprising amount of pots and pans from car boot sales, and very reasonable, but I've got plenty. Oh, you are having a laugh. I do not want to know what fun lube is. I want nothing to do with this, not even for £1. Horrible. Ooh, non-elastic gents socks. What a complete random selection of items to purchase. Books, games, curiosities, magazines. There's got to be something here. He says everything is 50p. Everything. Oh, there's a book on computers here. I like computers. Even better for 50p. Not really a fan of Battlestar Galactica, but yes, I do like computers. I'm going to be having this away. What else is there? There's got to be something. Random assortment of books, random terrible PlayStation 3 games. Come on, use your scanning. Get there quick. No, not feeling it. Come on, here we go. My eyes have not let me down as I've spotted a Cthulhu book. And it's in very nice condition. Let's have that away. Done. I was just thinking this morning, do I need a set of rear brake light panels? No, I do not. Mine are intact, thank you very much. I think I have temporarily lost my mind buying this huge stack of videos for £1. But that shows you how you can get caught up in the car boot madness. Still, cheaper than a bag of chips. And I seem to have overloaded myself with lots of Star Wars DVDs. But I will have some communications with my friend to see which ones he is missing. I am very surprised that anyone is missing Star Wars DVDs, as Mr. G. Lucas has provided us with about 50 versions of these films to help us keep buying them for the past 200 years. But you simply cannot refuse the Star Wars trilogy for £1 at a car boot. It would be criminal to leave that behind. Classics. Men in Black 3. Sealed. 21 Jump Street. Sealed. Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues. Sealed. Sex Tape. Sealed. Probably for the best. The Twilight Saga New Moon. Sealed. The Twilight Saga Eclipse. Sealed. Bad Teacher. Sealed. The Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 2. Sealed. Nintendo DS. Not sealed, but does have the R4 card, which means it's highly likely that someone has fiddled with it, and maybe it will run additional games. Here's hoping. You may often get asked by friends or family members to pick up items from car boot sales, but I would always encourage you to invite them along with you. You might have a lot of fun. This is begging for an old school VHS night. Topped up with a bit of classic Costner. This does have quite an assortment of computers, as it says on the cover, so I will enjoy this later, hopefully with a warm mug of green tea. As we draw to an end of another interesting and fun morning, I wish to thank you again for watching Car Boot Tribes. It remains a big world out there, and you never know what you may find. So I wish you all the best in your car boot adventures, and I will see you another time. Goodbye. No one wanted the Lone Ranger, so I got all this for free. It's my car boot tribes, and I've got good vibes. Believe me, car boots make perfect sense. Coming up.
You wouldn't do the 2 for 8, would you? You wouldn't take any less for it, would you? Because that's Zelda.
A war is coming. No, not that war. The war of the boot. And I need to get myself prepared. Blueberries, strawberries, peanut, almond, for a berry butter blast. This will really hit the spot. Tribes. Vegetable sellers. Even vegetables have feelings in our world. Do they? Car boot sales are a fantastic place to find wholesome and earthy vegetables, alongside your usual quantities of collectible items. You can pick up massive versions of your favourite delectable vegetable at a far more reasonable price than your local high street or supermarket. Ooh, I might go for a pair of marrows. Well, I have never seen this boot sale this packed. It is absolutely up to the rafters. I've got a good feeling about today. Let's get it done. Top trumps The Simpsons Horror Glow in the Dark edition. Cannot refuse at 50p. I'll be having that away. I still haven't got my video player down from my loft, but this is not going to stop me from picking up a few cheeky titles for 10p each. I fancy having a bit of a retro evening one of these days, and I'm going to keep compiling some choice videos. Why not? Let's go for the full 5 for 50p. Ooh, Goodfellas. Classic. What else? Oh, there's some Simpsons there. I haven't seen The Simpsons on video for about 20 years. Usual assorted bits and toys, a blue fish, but my eyes are on the ultimate barbecue set.
Which are the top trumps? Found.
Not doing too bad for the top trumps quest. What can I pick from these? Certainly not the World Football Stars.
How much is that? Pound. Oh, I'll take those two.
Alice in Wonderland on VHS. It's only 20p, but this needs further investigation. Not having this, it's absolutely covered in mould. Hades. I'm sure I've played this at a friend's house.
How much are they?
£5, not bad. And it's completely sealed. And he's got 2 copies completely sealed.
You wouldn't do the 2 for 8, would you? Yeah? How much is the sign?
It's a lamp, mate. 75
Is it a lamp?
quid, that is, yeah.
75?
Yeah.
Why would you want that as a lamp? Now this is a bit more my style. Some Xbox One games. And hold up, there's an Xbox One Connect. I've got a normal Connect, but this one, I believe, offers a greater convenience and control experience.
You wouldn't do these any cheaper if I had a few, would you? If I had the Connect. If I had the Connect in a game, would you do any cheaper?
You can throw a game. I'll do it all 15.
Okay.
You can throw a game in there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
I've seen this chap before. His games are often very expensive. But what's this here? No, not Call of Duties. Superman. £2. But it looks absolutely terrible. And the usual supply of FIFAs in a crate. And what's this? Stranger Things puzzle. Looks difficult.
£1. Take any less for
Beverly Hills Cop for the PlayStation? You are joking. Some gigantic New York prince just abandoned in the grass. Odd.
£35.
35.
Yeah, and he comes off a hell of a long way. You knew he?
I'm really tempted with this. I have got a projector screen, but I haven't got one like this that folds away neatly. This could be the answer I'm looking for my small bespoke game room. £35 he wants. He assures me it is new. It looks very decent.
You wouldn't take any less for it, would you?
What's your offer?
Would you do 25?
Do 30.
30?
Yeah. And here's the bag put there.
I was going to say, does it come with a bag and
Yeah, bag's all there.
£30. A complete bargain. That is the deal of the morning. Now to get it back. This is incredibly heavy. But let's check on my regular Zelda seller to see if he is willing to reduce his Zelda yet.
Is that Zelda?
20 quid.
No. No, he isn't. He's not interested. I wonder if that plane's for sale. No. Pile of Friends DVDs? No, I think I am done for the morning. Well, what a fascinating morning this has been. Some very interesting items indeed. I bet this Beverly Hills Cop is absolutely dreadful, but I simply had to purchase it. It's Eddie Murphy. Top trumps topped up. It's looking good for the collection. We are certainly on our way to top trump tastiness. I would like to take this opportunity again to thank you for watching Car Boot Tribes. I wish you every luck in your car boot hunting adventure. This is going to be quite the collection of classic VHS videos when I finally get my player down from the loft. And this jigsaw, I was repeatedly told it was very difficult. £1 for some fire sauces. The dog does not look suitably impressed. Never mind, because this was the bargain of the century. And yes, I've got it set up, and I've got it running retro games. It works perfectly, and just what I need for a tiny little gaming room. Thank you. That was a massive car boot. It's my car boot tribes. And I've got good vibes. Things are starting to get very strange around here, and I don't know why. Coming up.
You take 10 for it, would you? How much would you do all those for? You can do the 3 any cheaper?
Well, it's that time again to take stock of exactly how many media items I have currently been amassing, and it would seem that my obsession for bargain hunting has started to leave me with a bit of a space problem. That reminds me, I simply have to play Pawn Paradise urgently, and I still have yet to experience the fantastical world of the Microsoft Kinect. Remember, if you are going to be collecting cheap games at car boot sales, you may wish to consider dedicated gaming shelves in order to display your classic games. If all else fails, maybe I could utilise this media for an amusing variation of Jenga. Although I wouldn't fancy the dark night falling on my head. That would be a total catastrophe. Coffee and concentration with a cheeky brush up on my Tetris skills. And I want to get serious with a worthy retro gaming bag for suitable game deployment. Mindset is everything for entering the conflict. But wait! I need a banana baffler. Select suitably firm banana, drizzle luxurious amount of honey. Add your favourite tipple of milk, strongly whiz. For a light additional lift, add coffee, stir strongly or whiz to make this a banana baffler brisk. Tribes, coffee specialists. Believe in your dreams and dream big. There are often dedicated coffee specialists at car boots who will offer much more variety of your favourite bean and provide a more intense and pleasurable experience. Expect to pay more, but expect to enjoy more, and who can put a price on quality? Well, they can. Today I'm going booting with 2 of my friends, and we are going to attempt TBM, Triple Boot Madness. Let's do this. Our journey will cover over 70 miles. What? Well, the weather is questionable and my friends are a little bit worried, but I have told them everything is going to be okay.
50p each?
Yes,
I'll just take those 2 then.
And we're in with a couple of packs of top trumps. Back in my day, we used fairy liquid bottles and water for our gun fun.
How much are their magazines?
£1 these, mate. Any one of these £1.
£1.
50p each for the marble. Well, marble and DC.
You wouldn't take 50p for that one, would you?
Go on then. The gaffer speaks.
that's okay. I'll do that.
My friends have not made any purchases yet. My one friend was staring at a Dire Straits vinyl album for about 10 minutes, but he did not ask the price. Disappointing. Here we go. What about some classic children's videos? Oh my word. Not a chance. It's mouldy as anything. How on earth did these videos get into that kind of state? What about some Sooty? His favourite stories? No, not really my cup of tea. DVDs are cheap though. 6 for £1. Must remember my tower of media and be cautious. And what on earth is a Walter White lounger? Curious.
Have a look at it.
Is it worth?
It's 90s, eh?
How much is it?
15. I've got me enough money.
You can take 10 for it, would you?
It's about 12. It's about 12, that is.
It's got a bit of a crack.
It's got 3 quid with the box, is it?
12.
I'll do 12. It's still good, mate. Check it on your phone first. Even with a crack, it makes no difference.
I did think it would be busier, but I have assured my friends that there are 2 more boots to go. I'm getting my exercise as we speak, thank you. And what do we have here? In-date alcohol at a car boot for £1 a pint. Well, it's far too early for that, and we must keep our mental energy up. And there is absolutely no time to waste. We must press on. We have a critical time schedule to keep. Who on earth buys a concrete mixer at a car boot? No time for bikes. Textbook planning equals textbook execution. And the day is brightening up perfectly for the second boot. More top trumps. The dog. No, I've no interest in those. What about these ones? Dinosaurs. I do like dinosaurs. I think I would prefer dinosaurs to dogs in the top trumps arena. Obviously not in real life, as I would imagine having a dinosaur for a pet could become considerably problematic. They're only £1 each.
You do 2 for 150?
Come on then.
Yeah.
More top trumps. Political top trumps. Wasn't really going to purchase these, but my friends laughed so hard I felt I simply had to. My friend said Eric Pickles reminded him of pickled eggs. Strange.
How much are these?
£2 each.
£2.
£3 for the 2 if you want it.
Far too much. Well, now this is really hotting up. Some sealed Blu-rays for only £1 each. My one friend considerably excited as he has got himself a 3D TV, so he is highly likely to purchase the Pitch Perfect 2 movie collection. He did not seem too bothered about the story or acting, but he assured me it would be a really good test of his 3D television. Well, things were hotting up before, but now we have truly reached DEFCON 1. Look at all these games. There's not just Super Nintendo, there's Super Famicom. And there's some Mega Drive, what else? Game Gear, Nintendo Entertainment System. I feel that this is going to take some time to look at all these lovely retro games. Some of the artwork on these are incredible. There is actually books that you can get which show all this lovely artwork. What's this? For the Nintendo Entertainment System, but known as the Famicom in Japan. Well, my friends are also highly interested in some of the games here, so I think it's time to... Oh, hang on, there's Chrono Trigger there. That's a very collectible game. But why has he got a number of copies of Chrono Trigger? But even retro games are becoming so valuable that there are people that will recreate them for you perfectly. We've got to get a bit of a pile going here. This is an absolute motherload. Oh, Micro Machines 2, but no, I've not got a Game Gear at present, and I have no interest in reacquainting myself with another battery draining handheld. Some of the games may be possible to play though, even though they're in Japanese, but I'm so tempted, even if it's just for some of the artwork of these boxes. And my friends are also very interested in owning a copy of Chrono Trigger. But as you may be able to see in the discoloration of the front and the back of some of these cartridges, this is often a good indicator that the cartridge has been put together separately. I'm amassing a bit of a mini tower here. I think this chap's games are fairly reasonable. He wants between £5 and £7 per cartridge. But remember your training. The more you can pile up, the better the potential discount.
You wouldn't do a deal if I had a few of these, would you?
Yeah, I'd do a deal.
How much are they, Nintendo?
Can do all them for a £5 each.
How much would you do all these for?
Which ones, mate?
All these.
So that comes to 55. Did you 45?
Do 40?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. You wouldn't do those for any cheaper? Like them for as well?
I could, the best I could do is the 12. It's £1 off each on every one. Can I get some cardboard boxes in? Yeah.
Ooh, Sega Mega CD games.
You wouldn't do the 3 any cheaper?
I'll do 12.
12? Okay.
I ain't interested. I ain't got the power to play. I can't be out.
And what's this? Multiple copies of Sealed Namco Museum Volume 2 for the Switch. This has got us very, very excited at £3. Oh, and I know I promised to minimise my DVD purchases, but I cannot resist Thundercats. And is there any more? I used to love Thundercats as a small child, so this might be appropriate to go back to my childhood and watch a few of these episodes with a nice cup of tea.
You wouldn't do those two for £5, would you? Yeah.
Look out, I've found Count Duckula now. Best baked potato stall in the world. And I am desperate for yet another AUX cable. This time to hook up my projector to my speakers, so I can view Top Gun in high definition and high sound. Bargain at 50p a pack. Can't see anyone buying a load of rusty bolts and bits. Pippa Funnel's Ranch Rescue for £2. No. Stack of Xbox games. Electrical items will carry considerable risk as to whether they will actually work, but if items are from reputable regular dealers, they will often offer you a guarantee. But be careful. I do not need a humidifier. Absolutely cracking work. And Boot 3 takes me to somewhere I have not been in over 3 years. And it is absolutely teeming. Ooh, nice red cloth. That's a very posh approach to a car boot table. Some Game Boy Advance games. They do not look the most exciting games I've ever seen, but they're only £2. And what else has he got? No, don't want any pink trainers, thank you. MotoGP. The ultimate. Oh, hang on, there's Donkey Kong Country Returns. Let's do a deal.
Would you know it's any cheaper if I had the 3?
Oh, let me have a look, because you're quite cheap anyway.
I think it comes to 11.50. It was a tenner.
What's this? PS2 game Champions Return to Arms. But oh no, it's not that. It's got a demo disc inside it. Still might have it though if it's cheap. I could find the disc elsewhere.
How much is that? It's not got the right game in it.
Oh, 50p.
50p.
A game after a Black Mirror episode. Nosedive. Looks a bit too complicated for me. This is quite possibly the most random selection of objects you will ever see at a car boot sale. From power tools to clocks to broken bits, this stall has it all. Bins, prams, broken lawnmowers. Absolutely nothing is priced here, and the bloke is so far away you would have to shout to ask the price of anything. That is not the way things should be done. And what's this over here? Panda head and butane gas bottle. The perfect combination. A tray of terrible sun-bleached Game Boy Advance games that no one will buy, I'm quite certain of that. But what else have we here? A bit of a mix of PS2, DS, Xbox, 360. All pretty reasonable though. And my friends are having a good rummage to see if there's anything that they might like to enjoy. At least everything is priced here though. But most things are completely sun-bleached, so you know that these games have been here for several eternities. This box is a bit more interesting though. You have to put the effort in, but there is a few gems. What's this? Yep. I might take a punt on Boom Blocks for the Nintendo Wii. There's more than one copy as well. My friend is also eagerly anticipating buying Boom Blocks, which is a good thing because that means we will not get into an argument about who should own Boom Blocks. Some really good PlayStation games here. Variable prices.
And do that one for 3, would you?
Yeah. What's going on here? A pile of old PC games. Still in the big boxes. My friend is also very interested in some of these strategy and war games. Can't see any prices on these. My friend wants the game Falcon here. He says it was a very good flight simulator back in his day.
How much would you do 7 of them for?
10 quid.
10 quid?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to do £2 for them, would you?
2, yeah, I was just about to say.
I thought I had seen it all at car boot sales, until now. What on earth is that? Godspeed. The Kurt Cobain graphic. Like the music, but I'm not going to bother with that. And I think we're done. Time to head to the food van.
Hey, cheap chicken!
This chap must get exhausted by constantly shouting about cheap chicken. The food van will hear this perpetually throughout the day until they go invariably out of their mind.
Same again. Lovely. Chicken. Yeah. Have some more chicken. Lovely. Same again.
I think I've only got enough left for a cheeky chicken burger and a coffee, because this place is one of the most expensive burger places I've ever seen at a car boot. But this has been quite a special day, and I have had a lot of laughs with my friends. But yes, this is literally all I've got left. £1.40. But these look a lot of fun, and I will be enjoying them later, and my friend was particularly pleased with his copy of Falcon. Wow, look at this. This is really going back in time. 1990. Incredible stuff. What a fantastic day. Oh, that's not right, it's missed out all the rows. Well, what can I say that hasn't already been said? That was an absolute belter of a morning. My friend's anxieties soon eased as soon as the weather improved, and they built up their confidence to not just stare at vinyl albums, but to actually ask the price of things. Remember your training. If you don't ask, you do not know. But I witnessed them doing some spectacular negotiation work, and I think it is a much more enjoyable affair if you do have friends or family that wish to join you. It makes it a really nice time, and you can have the banter, and also it can be quite handy as they can carry additional items for you, and also you can use them for eye scanning. A trio of multiple eyes trained to lock on to the retro games that I enjoy can be most beneficial, and we certainly saw that this morning. Well, we are going to have a lot of fun with the items that we have purchased. It's been a very big adventure, and it has taken us pretty much all of the morning, and at last count we covered 78 miles, which my friend could not believe, so I actually had to show him my mileometer. He was very surprised, but he promises me that he will be taking up car booting in his own area, and my other friend was also very pleased. We managed to get 5 copies of Chrono Trigger, so we are all going to have a copy, and maybe a few more of our friends, just to share the experience. I know they are all in Japanese, but they were very reasonable, and some games do have a blend of English and Japanese. Chrono Trigger can be worth hundreds of pounds boxed, so we are not quite sure if it is the genuine article, but we have had a lot of fun having huge negotiations, huge laughs, and it has been a bit of a learning adventure. It's not often you see so many of these types of games on one stall, so it is making the most of it. My other friend might display some of these next to his Super Nintendo. This game is Super Robot Wars EX. I do like a good shoot 'em up, so this should surely be quite simple to get to grips with. This might be more tricky. Romance of the Three Kingdoms 4 Wall of Fire. Even got a little map. Curious. And this seems to be Parlor Pro 64 Pachinko Jiki Simulation. I've probably got that terribly wrong. And it's always worth picking up a cheap Retro Gamer magazine for 50p. You cannot go wrong. And yes, alien attack does work. I tested it at the stall itself. It is a shame about that crack though, but it is a bit of history, and it may look good in my game room. And the Top Trump adventure has certainly been an interesting adventure that I was not anticipating. I've started to learn a bit more about Top Trumps, so I will be enjoying those later in the garden. And a very unusual mix of games. Oh, I remember the old King of Chicago adventure game, and Operation Combat 2. Wonder if that's any good. I don't really have a currently working older PC system, but my friend assures me that he does, and he's going to get his out of the loft. It is often unfortunate that these games do degrade, so sometimes they are just kept for collectible purposes. I never had Club Nintendo magazines back in the 90s. I used to have things such as Mean Machines. They made me laugh lots. So this will be interesting to peruse these old magazines, and sometimes it's very useful to use some of the adverts for your gaming room and posters. Wow, look at that! F1 race! I used to have that. I received that for a birthday present once and was very pleasantly surprised. Wonder what Jamie Reeves is up to these days. And these items are what my friends purchased, so I was very glad that they did come away with some products. Well, above all, it's been a lot of fun collecting 12 Top Trumps. Top Trumps first came out in 1978. My good friend urged me to pick up a number of Top Trumps, and I'm glad I did. I have been enjoying these in the garden. Sometimes the game does seem to go on a bit too long and never end, but as my other friend has told me, sometimes that happens with Monopoly 2. That has been the second season. Please keep this to yourselves. Please enjoy your car boot adventuring, and I may see you another time. Who knows? It continues to be a big world out there. There's many, many more things to explore. And what card could this be? Of course, it's Eric Pickles. I'm still baffled by these political Top Trumps. And remember, you cannot beat a round of laughs. Today has been fantastic. I laughed so hard I nearly had an unfortunate accident. Should I have a barbecue? No, because I didn't buy a load of chicken for a tenner. I made a fish pie instead. Perfect. Thank you for watching Car Boot Drive.